The reflection today is on the word consistency. If one is going to live by the word of Jesus, you must live by it consistently. As we discussed, a few days ago, you may use your faith to help others. That is how Jesus wants his word spread. But you must be consistent in your actions. You can't be for Christian values on one issue and then violate those same values on the next. That shows your supposed faith to be false, to merely put on for show like a sheep's clothing, put on by a wolf. And then the ravenous wolf takes off that clothing and shows his truth colours in the next moment. Such is the case in the recent laws against abortion that the same alleged faithful leaders advocate. All persons arm themselves with guns to, quote, shoot down anyone who dares to enter this country illegally and, quote, to kill all who think that they can bring a gun into our schools or into our churches, close quote. That doesn't sound like people of faith. This is not any Christian. These are demons, poorly fitting any sheep's cloth. Christ would not allow that carrying any firearms by any person for any reason. Nor would there be any allowance for a Christian to ever kill another person. Thou shalt not kill is a commandment. And to violate that commandment, whether you do it in protection of your church or of a school, is no reason to carry a gun. The Lord allowed you to kill an animal to eat. He never allowed you to kill another human unless you were working in guise of the state as a soldier or a policeman. Those are the only times in which you can carry an arm. The only times. No other times. You cannot arm yourselves because you think, I have the Second Amendment. This is a false reason. No Christian can carry arms just because he thinks he has the Second Amendment in front of him or her. These are specious arguments. No Christian carries a gun. Every politician advocating support for firearms and abortion control is merely advocating slavery and control of women. Women as property rights, just as the thoughts were 50 years ago, when rape of a spouse was legal, as was beating your spouse as long as the stick was not thicker than your thumb. That's where the meaning rule of thumb comes from. These people are no more Christian than is Satan, for they are evil and debased in their foundation. None is clean. None also follows the teachings of Matthew 25, 35 through 46. Not one. If you ever need to decide if someone is Christian, look to Matthew 25, 35, 46. That is the foundation of Christ. That is the foundation of Christian teaching. But I know all of you follow this. If any of you own any weapons, it is only a single firing hunting gun, nothing more. And all of you assist lesser folk to get food, drink, clothing, housing, and health care. For that means that you are doing the same for Jesus Christ. Use your faith. You have the arguments here in